Hello everyone, and welcome to Engines of Conrail, Episode 2, the C40-8. Let's get into it. In the 1980s, East Coast railroads such as Conrail, Chassis System, Seaboard System, and Norfolk Southern were in need of new motive power to supplement their older, or beat-down locomotives, with the newest being built in 1979 with GE's BQ-23-7. So they all turned to EMD, GE, and Fairbanks Morse to design a new 6-axle, 3,000 plus horsepower locomotive. Fairbanks Morse was struggling a lot with selling their locomotives and pretty much dropped out early on. EMD had made the unreliable and mid SD50, which was pretty much a rolling garbage can performance-wise, and GE had made the C39-8. 161 were produced in total, with 22 going to Conrail and 139 going to Norfolk Southern. The C39, however, was a very unpopular locomotive with crews, with issues such as overheating, rough ride, turbochargers exploding, and just general reliability issues. So with these issues in mind, GE set out to make a new locomotive design. The C40-8 was the result, and GE number 1 representing its type, and being the only demonstrator for the C40-8 series. 585 would be produced, with CNW getting 77, CSX getting 157, NS getting 89, UP getting 255, and Conrail getting the least with 25 units. The GE C40-8s have a C-C wheel arrangement, or 70 feet 8 inches long, 15 feet 11 inches tall, and weigh 389,000 pounds, or 194 US tons, and came equipped with a 4,000 horsepower GE 7FTL prime mover. They have 4,000 US gallons of fuel, had 106,790 pounds of starting tractive effort, and 92,750 pounds of continuous tractive effort, and a gearing ratio of 83:20, which allows them to reach a swift 70 miles an hour. The 25 production units were delivered to Conrail in 1989, working along their ST60s, C39s, and their other models of Jeeps. Their 4,000 horsepower made them reliable and worthy units for long-haul and higher priority freight trains in places like the River Line and the Boston Line, and would continue regular service until 1998. In 1997, the Big Blue was seeing their success and wanted to merge with another company to improve profits and efficiency. So in 1997, Conrail went up for bid. The first bidder was CSX Transportation, bidding $8.5 billion, and later Norfolk Southern bidding $9.1 billion. And through 1997 through 1999, the two companies battled for control over Conrail, and finally in 1999, they both agreed to split the merger. CSX got 10 of the C40-8 to go with their own fleet, and NS got 15 to also go with their own fleet. Life on CSX and Norfolk Southern was average, I guess, to say the least. CSX's S Conrail C40s were numbered 7489 to 7498. As for incidents, CSX 7580 hit a school bus in Georgia March 28, 2000, and CSX 7622 also hit a school bus. Guess CSX's C40s just have a bad taste for school buses. And for Norfolk Southern incidents, well, I couldn't find any reports, so we'll call it done. The C40-8s were reaching their reliable service lives and were in need of rebuilding or replacement, along with new technologies such as PTC and locomotive rebuilds. And PSR only sped up the progress even more, with all of CSX's C40s being off the roster completely by 2017. While half were sold off to short lines and leasing companies, the other half were scrapped, along with the ex-Conrail ST60s and CSX AC6000s. And Norfolk Southern C40s began to pile up in storage across their system, just until they could find out what to do with them. NS's C40-8s were also reaching the end of their service lives, and weren't needed in yards either, and were all off the roster by 2016 and 2017.
A few years later.
Later in 2022, CSX Transportation bought Pan Am Railway, a Class II railroad that operated in Massachusetts. They had a sizable fleet of -8s, more than any short line in fact. Pan Am 7627, formerly CSX 7627, rolled out of the Huntington locomotive shops with a brand new YN3C paint scheme, new electronics, and positive train control, and it was renumbered to CSX 9280. The other Pan Am C40s still operate on former Pan Am lines. CSX 9280 is now the sole standard cab -8 survivor, wandering across CSX's system. While it remains active, the ST70AC and CM44AH rebuilds are slowly putting the C40-8s back to rest. And as of 2024, 9280 can still be seen in active service, so if you get a chance to see it, you might as well take it. Thank you all for watching Engines of Conrail Episode 2. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Episode 1 exploded. We got to 200 views in 2 weeks, which is way more than average, so thank you. I really appreciate it. And for Episode 3, I'll try not to take 2 weeks. That was my bad. But anyways, till next time.